Hello friends, as we know, in every classroom situation, individual differences exist. These differences may be because of their ability to learn, their ability to participate in the teaching learning process, their ability to socialize with the peer group, their reasoning ability, their ability to complete an assignment, their ability to respond to teachers' questions, the ability to communicate or share their ideas and views. Again, their ability to handle different kind of situations, their emotional stability, attention span, physical ability, attitudes, and so on. Thus, we can understand that such dissimilarities exist among the learners. Now, why do you think such dissimilarities exist? It is because of several factors. It can be broadly stated as the internal factor and the external factor. While speaking about the internal factors, we can list it out as the heredity factor, everything that comes under the heredity, nutritious diet intake by the individual, the health, the emotional stability of the individual, the temperament and attitude of the individual. While speaking about the external factors, it consists of the total environment in which the individual is being brought up. Their parental approach and attitude, the number of family members, whether it is a joint family or a nuclear family, the influence of their neighbors, friends and relatives, the cultural and social perspective, the socio-economical status, the place where the child is being brought up, all right, and the position of the child in that particular family, how the child is being treated by the parents, how they are being understood, and also how their desires are being met by the parents. It implies the role that the parents play. Okay? In this way, when we look into both the heredity as well as the environment factors, we find that differences coexist among the individual, thus making them a diverse learner. Okay? Now, because of these various factors, some learners are gifted, some are average learners, whereas the others are slow learners. Some are again physically strong, some are physically weak. Isn't it so? Again, some are deviated from the normal child in terms of their height, weight, physical appearance, their memory span, the eyesight, the hearing ability, and host of other things. It is the responsibility of the teacher to identify the diverse learners and accordingly create a congenial learning atmosphere. Thus, we see that as a teacher, the teacher needs to adopt certain strategies to cope up with these diverse learners. The teacher needs to firstly recognize the different types of learners and their needs. Okay. Secondly, they should try to accommodate each learner in the teaching learning process. The teacher should appreciate and value each one of them. They need to make them feel belonging. This is very important. Again, take out the best in the child, because every child is born with some potentialities. Remember one thing, the teacher should be needs to be an expert. He should expertise the skills. He should be trained to deal with these children so that he can do justice in the teaching process. It is only then learning can be made possible. So, we require an expertise teachers to deal with these diverse learning situation. Okay, to deal with the diverse learners. Next, making the learning environment congenial. The teacher needs to reduce the class size so that each and every individual learners are paid equal attention. The classroom should be airy, well ventilated and bright. It should be free from barriers. Like the communication part, it should be clear, audible. Alright, the noise pollution should be avoided. Unclear materials or age should be omitted. All these needs to be taken into account. Use of ICT and instructional material and devices for the differently able learners is so very important. The teacher needs to build up a rapport with the learners so that the learners can approach as and when the need arises. The teacher needs to encourage students' participation. Also, introduce activity-based learning such as group learning and peer tutoring. Approaches are very much welcoming. Team teaching should be a part of it. The teacher needs to monitor the learners. Formative assessment and feedback should be provided. Find out the strengths and weaknesses of the learner and accordingly develop the teaching techniques and learning materials as per the needs of the learner. Realize that the learners are ready, they're prepared for the day's class. They're interested to attend the classes. Clear? The learner should be the first priority. I repeat, the learner should be the first priority of the teacher. What the teacher is going to teach, to whom he is going to teach, and how he is going to teach. What are the procedure he is going to adopt for evaluating for assessing the learner, to evaluate their performance, and how the teacher is going to give feedback, to provide feedback. Thus, to conclude, the teacher should realize that the classroom is occupied by diverse learners. Therefore, his approach to teaching should be flexible so as to accommodate the specific needs of the learner. The teacher should have a positive attitude and treat every individual equally. Okay? The diversity should be recognized and celebrated. The teacher should be keen enough to understand the learners and accommodate them in the classroom, and accordingly work out and develop the teaching strategies. Discussion with their parents is also very necessary. Make them aware how their children are performing in the class. Make them realize that their attention towards the child is equally very important. Awareness among the community or the society at large is also needed. The differently able child should feel that they are also a part of the society. The society needs them. They can also contribute a lot to the society. They do have the potentiality. Such positive and motivating attitude from all perspectives will not only boost up learning but make them a useful and productive citizen. So let us together try to make this mission successful. Thank you.